Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the adventures of in the TARDIS. With me, Mr. and the author, Quill.
Stage bow.
This is gonna be a very yawning video. Not because it's boring or anything, we are just most tired. I don't know which one of us is more tired at the moment, but I know for a fact that we are both. It was a long day. I mean, for you it was a long day, for me it was a long night. And I just came home from work. So... Also, every bone of me is just carrying pain from all the movement. But I'm still here. I am here. Ha ha ha. I mean, people say that I have crazy hair, but not that crazy. And I'm definitely not more. You know what? I actually can look like All Might, but not the full body form. In another form. The small scrawny little guy who basically and thin as a hating. But we are not here to talk about that. We are here on a royal accord. And the moment I saw the title, it's funny that I said I'm going back to, yeah, it's funny, right? But the first thing I thought about royal accord was this right here. It's a royal accordion. And it's on a royal pain in the ass. At the same time. But we know what we are here for. We are here for Mr. The Master, other Master, I don't know his name, sorry. The Sultan to remember his past fully, and yet is loose to everything.
Nan poor Alabaster or Swifthoof.
I know his move. I didn't know his I wasn't that far off. I mean mumbling something. But let's see what they are where I got it. It's gonna be funny that if he is not even in the scene at all. What kind of building do we want? Mystery, maybe?
Something royal.
Royal? I don't think I find one.
I doubt it as well from that the Pokemon games.
You got me there. Something is royal.
That's not bad actually. At least so far.
Yeah, it's a tree of life. I showed that to me. Let's see. We can change it if it's not good. Upon her introduction, I take a leap, expecting Celestia or Celestia, and then into the dark room that she is hiding within. Oh no, she's a vampire reporting as well. Also, you are actually naming her like as the one of Peter Celestia of Saudi Arabia as well.
Well, this is in Swiftfoot's thoughts.
Yeah. We skimmed ahead when he's meeting her. The last time we saw him was with the doctor.
In the Mana Maria.
No, I mean when we saw Swiftfoot, he just met the doctor.
Correct, in the last chapter.
I hear hoof drums as she enters the room. Moreover, and curiously, how open and bright as the room, and if her white eyes is made of light. I mean, it is enchanted, so it might be. Seeing a peek back at the other centered objects within the room, and it's how shadows start to attach across the wall, and the two light don't enter the room. Please, Your Majesty, the assassin's calm, elegant voice. You need not to bow before me. You are not one of my subjects, and you are a fellow ruler. Ah, yes, you are a fellow ruler as well. And it's funny, I had this right next to me because I was measuring something not too long ago yesterday.
Anyway, Discord approves.
You are a ruler of chaos. At this question, I suddenly lift my gaze, and behold the raw majesty of the godlike man before me. I mean, yeah, he has to be raw because you saw the meme. Important that she always was. She's almost naked. Indeed, her eyes cast upon radiant light to the room. Her mane seemed to glow with a cascade of violet colors. Light waved softly, and it caught a smooth, crystal braid. Then I see a little blue unicorn pony behind him, blowing wind. It has made me curious what has happened to her mane if it goes in a real braid. I mean, we have seen that, right? It still acts to the real braid. Depending on how strong is the braid, the wind is. It doesn't fully defy the wind and nature.
Actually, I cannot recall her being caught in a real breeze, or if it is,
It might have
then
been a fan animation then.
it should affect everyone else that's standing around her too.
Yeah. Was the magic of her mane defied breeze? Was the magic of her mane defied breeze and blow wherever it wants? I mean, and I said, it depends on how strong the breeze is. Mrs. Thursday is very tall and looms around me. She is also spreading her white wings in a bit, which I get the feeling she does sometimes out of royal protocol, whenever she wants to give a strong impression. Do not fear me! You are one of me! And both actually makes her seem a bit imposing. Yet, the gaze in her eyes seems calm and looking like a loving mother. Believe me, your modesty, I say, and I rise to my home to them. If I'm making any kind of moral etiquette right now, then it is largely because of my own ignorance. I mean, that is usually how you break etiquette, if you don't know.
Or you do, but you're breaking it deliberately.
That's listen, most of the time it's how you
Yeah.
break it. I just feared, your modesty. And that's the doctor who sat beside the princess. Dr. Princess, yeah. And facing me. He was also the one who introduced Princess a month earlier. His modesty, not for all of us, indeed have amnesia. However, it has I called beside him for a month. I don't think it's because of the damage to his horn, as you suggested earlier. Instead, I think it's the part of a finished plot from the end of the year. Yes, I'm live. The creature that inhibits his body right now provides a certain abilities and taste that the creature acquires from previous hosts. One of them is likely to engage via that ability via he must likely inevitable by a loss of his majesty here. Having shifted her eyes, looked at the doctor as he spoke. The princess continued to regard him as son. That would make anything with him dangerous for us. If I meet him, I could misread to the same effect. For matter, many other persons working under him would also meet a similar test. As we know, Jafar is the same with the Sultan.
That actually happened multiple times in the original Doctor Who show as well. Via multiple of methods, but typically something sci-fi related.
They were using DLC. I believe I have a defense I can offer against that particular ability, Your Majesty. Let's propose it politely. But regardless, I don't think that this picture is much of a threat in the daylight delivery. The species inhabits his body normally harmless. But the corrupted ones are acts of photosynthesis. As such, it will greatly impede him if he were to engage you in the daylight. So, until the sun goes down, I do not think he will be that much of a threat to you. Oh no, my only weakness, the windows! How can this be? I mean, the Celestia is literally the only natural threat to Meteor.
Yeah.
Because she herself is kind of the sun.
Right?
I would actually question if her light that surrounds her is actually sunlight as well.
Yeah, something like that. We know she's very much a part of that element, and magic's so thick in her, it just exudes out of her in a variety of ways.
It wasn't always like this. In addition, the might accumulate the weakness of various species in possession, in addition to that strength. That can lead them in difficult to sort out. Yeah, it's funny how vampires are the strongest creatures in the D&D universe, but they have the most of the weaknesses as well. Oh no, I'm weak to water. I'm weak to sun. I'm weak to little sick. It can be stuck inside my heart.
Well, that would kill a human too.
I mean, yeah, but there are no humans in this world. They don't even know what a human is. I
They do.
mean, no. The Symbiote might actually know what a human is.
Well, it's been suggested Lyra can, and we definitely know the Doctor has that knowledge too.
We will learn that the liar has a Symbiote in her. That's kind of very difficult to sort out. Furthermore, the ability I acquired, whether it is a hindrance or fruit or not, it increases its hunger. The longer it lives, and the more horse it has, the more genetic material it will need to feed on to sustain itself. I mean, yeah, the longer you live, the more you eat. This answer gives us a lot of acknowledgement for the doctor's announcement. Then she her eyes to look back at me, as she tells me. Since we are both sovereign rulers of our own prospective nations, I expect that we address each other on evil roofing. Please, let me simply ask Celestia while you are in my presence. It would be funny if she said, please address me simply by Your Majesty. Did I do that before? I think with her. Even the only while we were in private. That's the admit. In public, most of us usually put on more art. Believe me when I say I am well acquainted with the tradition of putting on public masks. In privacy, I am more comfortable relaxing and dropping some possessions. I get that you was fine the same. I mean, when you are in public, you wouldn't want to call her Celestia either. You know, Celestia is now in hiding. You should actually get a code name for her. It's actually an important yes, knowing who I am, other than me. But it is a message we found ourselves now. In now. I tell her. When you speak of Nampo, I almost feel like you are describing a stranger. For the past several moons, I have only known myself to be a Saiyan with Sam. Would you prefer if I address you by that name? That's the offer. I mean, in this situation, yes. Because he is more likely to listen to that name when they are calling him in an emergency. When you are used to the one name, you would more likely to respond to that.
We see it's polite and diplomatic for her to offer.
I'm not sure. I say in total wonder. Maybe I need to get used to being called Nampo again. I am under the impression that your wife would agree. Wait a minute. So they are married to the princess.
If you mean Ariel's, then yes.
So I was kind of right that in this world, princess only means that they are ruler.
Basically, yes. But the title of queen is known to exist. And king, too.
Yeah, but they don't use it here. They use sultan and princess.
Apparently so, yes.
So, Mr. Jafar, how would you like to do this? They are already married. You can do anything. Do you want to
Well,
wait until he indicates dead by everybody else?
yeah, the nation thinks he is dead, so that makes her widowed. And I guess technically available.
I guess then Mithia is actually Widowmaker.
Yeah.
That makes it even more likely why he would think that, oh wait, I only seen her once, but I love her. I thought they were just about to get ready to get married.
Yes, that's the official reason Celestia's been invited here. In fact, that was going to be mentioned in this very chapter.
No. That's the announcement which got me into my emotions suddenly. The very first grin I see in Tessa's eyes informed me that what she said was very careful and calculated. A move on her part. She's letting this conversation do other important things that are at stake here. I could feel her sorrow to the letters she wrote me. After she told you Pat. Though for a while, then she had refused to believe it. Okay, there goes my theory that she knows about Mithia letting you go. I thought that him staying alive was actually the princess begging for him to let him go. Oh, let him go. I will marry you if you let him live. But I asked me, she doesn't know at all.
Yeah, unless she's lying to Celestia, that's very, very unlikely.
Yeah. I must admit, it's fantastic to meet here of this other life. Knowing I call, but being a part towards that. I feel anxious too. If I hadn't thrown back, I would have to rule it without any of the experience and training that I had before. That's why don't they told to me? No, I believe in these situations, you usually get your memory back after you defeat the evil of the war.
Well, he can get some training too, just like he did the first time.
And also, if it is mind-washing, then those memories are not lost. They are literally just hidden, locked behind a door that you have to unlock.
That's likely true.
And we know that spell exists because Twilight used it.
Yep.
I mean, it was literally the reverse thing of what non-portability is. Instead of showing or seeing things that
There's a clip from one of the pony anthologies where Twilight was casting that spell to restore the memories of her friends, but the dialogue that kept repeating in the foreground was "The power of Christ compels you."
ah, the power of God compels you, the power of God compels you. I think I remember that.
Exactly, he was just chanting that over and over again.
I mean, that's kind of what was happening. He was purifying the memories.
Right.
Unless this special step out into your mind too, you can rely on the wisdom, training, and experience business area has. I should know to. Furthermore, since you have the telepathic ability to absorb some memories of things, and creatures that you touch, without touching her, it inspires some of your own memory. It's a lot more like absorbing the memories of someone who is familiar with you, making some of your own memories, especially even someone that you have strong feelings for as well. I just started a little curious eyebrow on the doctor. They mentioned that I have gained that telepathic ability, just as some memories of others. However, when she looked back at me, seems to dismiss her earlier confusion. It enters me. If it is indeed true that you can absorb some memories of the others while touching them, then I have no doubt that it is areas is like to weaken some of them. One day have I often seen the two other police, and deeply love with each other, the two of you. I mean, I clearly remember that one of my theories was before all of this, that Wolf is gonna literally just touch the beam when he is stealing it, and then get reminded that, oh, I am Mr. Susan.
That's a curious twist from the movie Aladdin too, where he had gained a magic wish from a genie to become a prince. And here is a character who was born the Sultan, and Swifthoof forgot that.
Yeah?
Basically the same ending with a different path.
I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, do we know that the alien was actually not a prince to begin with? Just amnesiac as well? It's still a possibility.
Yeah, I do believe we know that. There was another movie that, in fact, it was one of the last ones to introduce Aladdin's story that introduced his father. I don't remember much about him, but he wasn't royalty. He was some kind of raider.
But I don't know about that one, so.
Yeah, uh, as far as I recall, that one was way at the end of the storyline. It was even past the television show.
I mean, yeah. We don't know much. They
It
might
took
know.
that long for him to meet his father. I vaguely recall something about his father was seeking out a treasure, uh, a golden gauntlet called the Midas Touch.
There you go. That's his father.
You just can't be a dragon here.
Have we ever get a confirmation that's Spike's father or not?
No, it's not. He lied. And he admitted that. Which means we never did see Spike's parents, biological
Yeah.
parents, ever in the show.
I mean, we might have seen them.
I don't even think we got some comic books with that, revealing that.
Really? I asked to be the title of Mr. McGuire's episode. I asked not. You know
That's
what?
my father?
You know what's heard that it was Percy marriage. At least letting the world on the seats in some corners. I mean, every marriage in the higher area is usually political marriage. Even if there is love involved.
You possibly can argue any marriage is political because it does affect things like financial status, the sharing of homes and resources.
Yeah?
Of which there could be a division of it, which they might argue about if they ever get divorced, or all the fortune of one spouse goes to the other when the other one passes away. Things like that. So there's a political aspect to potentially any marriage that is legally binding.
Indeed. I mean, we know that the national citizenship is a little bit different because they have polygamy.
But yeah, among royalty, that's kind of marriage that affects politics on a wider scale, because they're both leaders of larger nations.
Yeah? It definitely is political marriage.
Yeah.
Now the question is, does he only have one wife or multiple?
It's My Little Pony. It's gonna typically be innocent.
Yeah.
Until you maybe get around to some of the villains.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just hungry. I want to eat all your magical power.
Alright.
Nom 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 nom. I admit it. It may have sounded that way when it comes to me. But I have seen the way you two have addressed each other in the past. And it warmed my heart and put a smile on my face. And behold how deeply and nearly you two clearly loved each other. Not a political marriage is not often go down that way. But in the case of you two, I can't even spark that not could deny. I mean, I have seen your gloomy eyes when you were heading back to bed.
Sometimes arranged marriages can work out like that.
Yeah?
The doctor's about to chime in an explanation for that in the next paragraph. As he sees it.
You cannot deny that she loves you. A healthy relationship between a married couple always involves the linking of what? Dr. chimes in. I guess it was a decision the both of you started to make. You both started to make the relationship work. And for that effort, you developed some success. It is certain I should inform the doctor when he spoke. That the progress he does to me is a lot of agreement as she had. Indeed, based on my own observation, one thing I can tell you that most you and the business have in common is your love for your subject. If I had to guess, then on a strong baseline, that the core of your deep relationship with each other started. It seems to me you were resistant at any time to actively love her, until you established that she would make a case ruler for your stability as well. As soon as you realize how much she cares for them, too, it's probably when you gave yourself a permission to love her. Oh yes, I may love her now.
Well, I think you know what it's like, or at least can imagine it, where you might care for someone or feel the strong inclination, but you fight it because there's some resisting factor. But as soon as that's out of the way, you just allow yourself. You're like, okay, I'll just totally give in to these feelings.
You know what comes to mind? When someone literally try to chill out. When they are not eating as many things. And then,
Okay.
oh, I wait to wait that I want. Now I can eat that cake that I wanted to.
Okay.
When I try to lose weight. But it's also she's hurt suddenly. And she goes on to say. In fact, at this point I think you couldn't resist loving her. From what I can tell, being a perfect princess is really easy to question mark. That's it precisely. She was literally born and raised for the role, and it's been her to the core of her being. The only problem with her is how many others want her, but for her in for a roof in marriage. Wait, talking about destiny is being a perfect princess?
Yep.
You know what I'm bringing up, right?
I no, but I doubt it's Celestia. She's good, but it's not what her cutie mark is. Okay.
I mean, what else would that mean, right? The diamond here. One more thing that they would be royalty.
Yeah, you were finished that paragraph.
Oh, I actually got anything told. Oh, that's a big part. There we go. But she had first and used this as a note, which I am meaning to notice in the taste of hers. She said, yes, this is area that really is unusually fit for a role like this. She lifts her flank to the side, so I can see the left side of her flank. In the pose, she gets it back to her already and leaning to the mark. I said, look at my butt. Look at my somewhat. My destiny has always been to raise and lower the sun. Hasn't been though.
That's likely when she got her cutie mark, was when she
Yeah.
first successfully raised the sun.
That's a fine indicative of how much light and glory that can cast over my nation. Yeah, and a lot of shadow on your sister.
That typically comes with the light. Yeah. The
And
brighter the light, the deeper the shadows.
yeah. And it's my shadows and considered forms of love wherever I thought. Here's also a normal pose. But this business area though, you expect to be only one thing in her life. To me, the perfect princess, and she succeeded in the role all too well. When you married her, you not only did attain the political ties of your nation, but you also prevented the outbreak of a war. Your romantic opponents just married did not have enough political clout to podium. Ah, he didn't have enough TikTok followers. If, however, you didn't step in, and then they might have thrown at each other's throats like a bunch of savage beasts. In her eyes, many other opponents for that matter, you did your nation a huge favor by marrying her. Even some of your romantic rivals probably actively engaged in this fact. It would have been a bloody and costly conflict had you not stepped in. He beamed at me proudly, as she had, and I suspect Also the time I see you rule a game in this room, because they have fallen in love with her too. And some of them probably fallen in love with you. Assume most of the female have. I mean, we have seen how the ladies reacted with him. Even when he was just a secret.
Yep. He's certainly debonair.
As a matter of fact, this may well explain this person's motivation as well. Dr. Putin, the waves hope. I mean, he never said he waves his own hope. Aside from political ambition, or the fact that the symbiote tends to amplify the world state when it is possessed, this is a result of herself, the history of working strong jealousy. She is, quite frankly, too good at her job. As a result, many Australians and Quill have then covered her in marriage. As a matter of fact, was it Celestial, I was invited to this nation to preside and oversee the ceremony exactly. By marrying Princess Ariana, this special hoof came in, hoped to legitimize his rule over the throne of the Empire. And by extension, the entire nation of Southern Arabia. He looked quite wise out, as he said. I used to think my curve was a power play move. He looked back at me. But now, I suspect he really does want to Princess Hoof in marriage as well. That might even be his primary motivation in all of this. I mean, I can't believe what kind of chat went through with him in the Symbiote. Yeah, I will give you my money if you let me, if you make me marry Ariana.
Well, the character herself has not appeared in the story. This new perspective added to her puts more clarity in a bunch of other things too. Like, might explain why Dispatcher's doing this. If she's that good at being a princess, then it can strongly affect those around her, positively and negatively.
I mean, I have one problem with her being a princess. Because you can take being a princess as a narrative as well. I mean, we can bring back Diamond Terra. She was a princess, but in a very different meaning. Michigan. It's actually cold in here, so I don't want to get cold.
That's one of the nice things about the cold is you can just keep dressing up as much as you need. But in the heat, there's only so far you can go down.
Yeah, I can, luckily I like the heat. Not the Texas heat that I run like 40 degrees or more. I mean, not say anything to you because you are not thinking it's Celsius.
Right, well, if you like the heat, a jacket would help with that. And heavy blankets when you're in the bed, and things like that. Especially if they're electric heating blankets.
I mean, I do use heavy blanket.
Okay.
Even in the summer.
I like heavy blankets. I mean, even designed to be specifically heavy. Sort of feels like a hug. But I can't stand it if it's hot.
I mean, I'm used to it. I have two dogs who are often sleeping with near me, so
Right, that's another source of heat. And both ways, too. You're a heat source for them. Plus the fur, of course.
also this is a small room, and before I got this upgrade with the PC, it was pressing heat all over the room when it was running.
Right. In a smaller room, it's easier to heat or chill it if you have some source to cause that. I don't know about your insulation, but it's typically decent for most homes in the world.
Uh, I would say yeah, it is not that bad.
Okay.
Taking over the marriage of a foreign nation, you can do that. I have some special in me. I can do anything you can do. I can do better.
Before she moves on to her answer, can you think of a theory as to why she's allowed to be preside over the marriages of foreign nations?
I mean, because you want to marry in a god like, uh, in the eye of a god like creature, anything under the sun.
Hmm. All right.
I mean, she is still the only creature who raises the sun.
Yeah.
Even though
And
if
for
she only was Equestria per se, but every
in
area would die off without her.
well, she's probably a prominent figure for other reasons too in the world. One
Yeah.
of rare caliber.
Would you believe to say if in other countries far far away from Equestria, they are believing the sun is moving on its own.
That could be belief, yeah. And I wouldn't see Celestia just going out of her way to prove them wrong. Yeah, it seems to me she just allow them to think that.
I mean, they definitely did look strange on the sky when Twilight took over.
As diplomatic as I think Celestia should be, I think she's polite around other cultures.
Yeah?
Anyway, let's proceed.
That's a note, I said. I did for your marriage. He said it with the royal dignity. I would consider this kind of service optional for other nations. Not every Tory ruler offered me to do so. Offered me to do this, and I should respect it. But many nations consider me, as well as to my nation, me as exceptionally influential. I mean, yes, you are influential. If I preside and approve over any particular marriage, then many regard that as a good blessing, and no one. It is just important to many foreign rulers to believe that other rulers in a person as well. So having me preside over the marriage is considered a combination of good luck charm and power play simultaneously. Especially considering that I only agreed to do this when military that I personally respect and trust. Imagine if a normal couple as Celestia.
It's sort of like a celebrity endorsement.
It's
And that's
almost
a
like a
big
celestial. Uh,
And that could be a big deal even among other rulers, because you're still sort of playing a game with everyone else that's also a ruler across the world.
but also, even if she is not presiding over the marriage, she is always welcome as the guest or whatever.
I probably wouldn't say always, but likely common. You're right.
So being read by you is considered a political match or whatever. I realize aloud. I see. And if only read by you, a powerful and greatly influential leader, gets given status in the eyes of the other rulers as well. And that is what the Vizier wants.
Oh yeah.
That is clearly what he wants at the moment.
One problem with that plan is, especially over others, I do this for other rulers that I respect and trust.
Yes?
The Vizier shouldn't have that right now with her.
Yeah, but if he has some kind of...
Hypnotoad.
Yeah? The kind of hypnotism, the kind of ability to force her, then
Yeah.
everybody would agree that, yeah, he's the Sultan, even Celestia agrees.
Then it's pretty easy to predict that's probably a layer of his plan. He almost practically said that in front of the Master.
Yeah? Celestia knows in agreement, I'm going to say. But some other nations have their own tradition. As soon as no matter how much political clout they would have gained if I were more involved. Yeah, sometimes not inviting Celestia is the power move. We are a nation who doesn't need to get involved with the Celestial being.
We don't need
We
the
are
approval of
independent.
anyone. Yeah.
Sometimes I at least get invited into a guest, and the guest was at the wedding, and I said yes, and the guest of honor.
Mm-hmm.
And because I said to them as well, that it has to establish and maintain the political relationship, I then will accept. Also, I get free cake.
Right.
It actually goes into something of a tradition for the majesty of the world. And then, bring back the flashbacks for Twilight asking, so all we do is smile and wave? Yes.
The first, a thought I had was in the marriage traditions of other cultures, they may not necessarily have wedding cakes. But I also thought that you had an interesting point. What if that's the reason she got addicted to cakes is because she attended so many weddings? That's an interesting theory.
I think, wasn't there a cake when, Ricky Sainz was taking over Kanana's wedding?
Correct. Uh, yes, it was actually made by Applejack.
Yeah, so there was a wedding cake.
Yes.
But
Not
there are
exact.
multiple.
Not. Chrysalis didn't approve of it, but she wasn't very public about that. Um, the the strongest evidence of that was she threw away the cupcake samples that Applejack gave her, the spares to her meal. Twilight noticed that. No one else
She
did.
was definitely acting like a princess. We are using the word this one a lot.
Of a sort, yes.
You are a princess, that's it. You are a princess. And there's a love of the sun and the moon. Yeah, I think that this is also saying that Krista is not a princess. You are service on the world can survive without, and that has not escaped the notice of the leaders of foreign nations. I have not allowed. No wonder you have so much political clout aside from the size and prosperity of your own nation. He doesn't mean,
Now
as
the
she said.
now the now the military leaves something to be desired.
I
In a question.
mean, there wasn't really too much that. It would be different if all others would try to attack, but because Celestia is the ruler, they wouldn't want the to endanger the moving the sun and the moon with the war.
I have a strong suspicion that the military of Equestria used to be stronger during an age when it was needed more.
Yeah, I mean,
But they enjoyed so much harmony for so many years after that that they've just become a lot more lax. And that makes sense.
yeah, it doesn't mean, as she said, which is one of the reasons why my participation is considered a good luck charm. Other nations are hoping to emulate this level of success and prosperity of my nation. For my part, I do whatever I can to have them succeed too. My ultimate goal is to unite the entire world in harmonious bonds of friendship. And yet, you agree to preside over the special wedding too? I think with some confusion and doubt. Didn't she just say that she came for your wedding? For the first time since I saw her, I see where the testimony goes here, and her eyes sink to cross fury. For me, for once, I thought I made a social blunder. Until I see her gaze elsewhere, at the wall. And to indicate the true source of her fury elsewhere. But alone, I entirely made a sigh of relief. I hate that wall.
Which word?
No, I hate that wall.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously, I agreed to this wedding and diplomatic custody. The princess explained with a tear in her voice. So, like this. If I can find one. So, like this. We see in her mouth. Like, racing cars is new.
Okay.
But it wasn't in her mouth, it was in her voice. But the face remains directed at the wall, but I seem back to me, but it gets obscured by her, overflowing rainbow mane. Later we see we talk scene and then Mia is saying to the master, "Oh, I thought she was looking at me for a second." But the real reason I chose to attend is to get some answers. And found over circumstances of your son and departure. We had a suspicion. So, I wanted to get an excuse to go to look at the situation to see if it is on the up and up. Oh yeah, we know that the chain links can change into inanimate objects, so she can be the one.
Correct. Yes, she can. That also tells me that they can simulate any worn equipment. So if they need a lockpick, they can shape their own hoof into that.
I mean,
one
they
lim-
would probably just turn into a key.
a few limitations I can think of to powers like that is I don't think they can form projectiles. I mean, you can shape yourself holding a rock at the end of your hoof, but you can't throw the rock because it's actually part of you.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you probably can throw the rock, but you are that much less of yourself.
I believe anything fully projected from their body would revert to its true form, or just vanish entirely. So in order to throw a rock, you need like a string continue to connect the rock to your hoof, so that there's still some link between it.
Yeah, keep throwing your body parts and you will be like this.
Right.
And if the answer is no, which clearly is, I take with her. But then, you are just a guest in the destination, not a ruler. And you are a guest with a high degree of political clout. But I'm not sure what you can really legally do in this situation, other than make your disapproval public. Who said anything about legally? No one said anything about doing this legally. You are doing things from the shadow. The shadow would do something if it allows it. Mrs. here is so well respected, loved, and
Not degree, the damage.
mind. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm tired.
Okay.
Where did I get the key from? I didn't even know.
It does start with D. And ends with an E.
The middle of the knee. And the shadow would do some damage. The extra allows it. The Mrs. here is so well respected, loved, and sometimes even feared. The Nissan world would be considered a bad omen in the eyes of the other nation. Imagine a nation that doesn't meet her approval. If fear that if they don't, they might get included. The nation that will get shot as well. Ah, the crowd mentality.
Yep. I could trust the doctor to be able to think of some perspective that broad.
I know this very much because I was the nation who was shot from the with the bullets. But I didn't care. Hey, it's the usual thing. There are two types of bullies. The one type of bully will continue to bully you after you do, because you don't give them what they want. The other time is like, oh, he's not fun. Luckily, I had the second one. Who gave up after a while.
Congratulations on that, I mean it.
And funny enough, I became friends with that bully later on, so
You know what? It sounds like you earned it.
Not totally true, as he is about to bring up a new point, which he does by saying. Consider this picture's perspective though. What ad does he gain by inviting Peter Celestia or Pony to his wedding ceremony? Sure, he may want the body power of the decision, and sure, he may personally want Mrs. Ayala's hoof in marriage. But right now, Celestia is attached to this picture in a very unique way, because the same mind that resides with him the weakness, the aversion to sunlight. And by killing the sun, you lose your only weakness. He has access to the princess standing beside him, and who raises and lower the sun each morning. I mean, we know it is actually the rotation of the world, but I went by that, and then lies kicking it, that he allowed. And the element recently also gained the ability to hypnotic control on the police into a trance. In her case, I think he plans to do worse than that. Yeah, he doesn't want to control you. He wants to take the power for himself. Which you have said that for the symbiote is literally gain the ability of the falling he is in, right?
My goodness, you know, that's not what he's about to say, but you got a point. He could try. The symbiote could try to invade her as the primary host. We already established this creature is capable of possessing others on a genetic level.
The question is, will he be able to survive in the creature that is literally kind of a son in herself?
Possibly not. And that, she could be one of the only hosts that actually is potentially outright fatal to it if it attempts to fully invade her body. Actually, even becoming a spawn is a bit questionable.
Yeah. I mean, it is probably still possible, but she has natural defense is against it.
Yeah, quite likely. Because of this creature's weakness.
Yeah. But it's smart, as he is the soul to the ground. Or she gets the princess beside him. I think he plans to make her one of her spawns. I mean, even if not spawns, definitely pawns.
Yeah.
There is a confusion in every podcast in the room about the statement. What every podcast are you talking about?
Everyone in the room.
I mean, it's you, Princess Celestia, and Doctor is here.
There may be others, like some guards.
Oh, yeah. And for myself, I think, yeah, we don't even know where they are at the moment. In a room of darkness. That's all we know.
That's hidden.
Yeah. And for myself, I think I see where the Doctor is going with this. Spawn, Doctor, is a Celestia acquired for gravitation. Yeah, you would go around and saying, we are Venom. The symbiote within this picture is essentially a virus. To explain. Even its primary host a slew of useful abilities, or some numbers as well. One of its most important abilities though, and therefore the trait that other symbiotes do not share, is the ability to infect other hosts with a portion of the virus. it happened that the symbiote can share a portion of its strength and weaknesses with the other host. In exchange, they become highly influenced by the primary host. It can even be done telepathically at a distance. The stronger the symbiote grows, the more spells it can create and control too.
So level up. Actually, I think there was a video game premise that involved something like this. I forgot what it was called.
It's called Dracula. No. So think about it. Given the especially host kingdom, who is the primary host of the symbiote that is landed in this one? It must be the Celestia, the only known pony who can raise and lower the sun and the moon. Wrong. You might lost the information. I don't know who is talking from the roof. Who's running? I get the opportunity to make her one of his paws, willing or not. So, Lupo is not really know about Luna then?
Known about the what?
Luna.
Yes, she was not. She was not that well known at this time period. I would think of at least two though that probably do know about her. Right now, Doctor, of course, and Celestia. But
And Twilight.
not many else do. No, Twilight's not born yet for centuries.
He already knows about her. If he gains a level of control over her, then he can actually also control two of the most important celestial bodies on this planet. One of which is a key weakness of his. I assume the rest of you can survive the rest. I mean, Never Moon would love the essence of eternal darkness. Those two, the primary host of the same mind, can achieve quite a form of immortality. Otherwise, we shall will have to consider drain genetic material from other life forms. Essentially, you can possibly gain a new lease in life by draining it from others. Much like a vampire, that's realized. Yeah. That's a lot, I said.
Hold on, you may recall from one of the other stories, Vamponies were actually in it, and there was the Vampony hunter, Van Horsling, who wrote letters to Princess Celestia indicating that she's very much in the know that such creatures exist.
Yeah? And because of this, there's a lot I said. Right. Much like, you don't know, with the maker, the Lucian Celestia with a surprise, and yes, her. Excuse me, did you say Vampony? Yes, that's a confirmed by giving the person their own eyes there. And to say, I know what you're going to say about that, and I want you to not say it. I don't know what you are calling them in your universe. It's definitely not about human. Or a man. Right? I mean, they would think if we're calling it one pony, then they might call it one man, right? Or a Batman? Or a man Batman? Not just the guys a bit. Like, what? He said, right. Was like a man pony. And because of that, it might actually be the same bite. And the sort of that myth in this one. He can get his hopes up with the Celestial then, on our course, if he didn't decide. Because if he does, we are. All of us are doomed. You doomed us all.
Reminds me of a quote from C-3PO looking at R2-D2 and just says simply, "We're doomed." I'm gonna sing the Doom song now.
I have a clip in mind, I will find it after the stream. I appreciate your concern, but you do not speak for me. That's the boundary. I came to this nation as a guest in order to investigate all the suspicious circumstances that this nation has necessarily fallen under. When I do, not only do I find that corruption has indeed fallen on police, but it is also so bad that it's even attached to my little police, and that is something I cannot tolerate. But you're from the mid. I feel nervous to say this, especially to her about police. Also, saying my little police sounds almost like you have multiple babies around the world. I know you are meaning your underlings, but still. I tell her, I may not speak for you personally, but you currently are a guest in my nation. As your host, I said to myself, you are my responsibility. And I take that role seriously. Please, you are, I mean Celestial, let us hope for this thing to you. Yes,
For you.
that's for you. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want to get hurt either, but I don't want you to get hurt. I guess how do you plan to hope for this? Bill started yelling me with fear in the voice again. And night, she loomed over me. Very few other boys know you are alive right now. So they won't recognize your autism yet. On top of that, we have another power hungry potential dictator with an alien virus in his system, which makes it the worst place in him. Yeah, we are almost there, but I'm gonna go get something to drink because Coach is dying. Hey, Mike.
Welcome back.
And if that wasn't enough, there's a tiny ship that the entity came in as well. Look to that. If any of you see it, it may not seem like much, but the tiny ship has the power to crush the life out of anything between an ant and an entire solar system. Yet it can create a black hole. I mean, they don't really know what a black hole is either, I assume. As such, I don't blame Celestia for affirming that he had a stake in the situation. For this particular can, indeed, send her to the police, and anyone who knows her would realize that it means no loss to her. As I said before, I had no appreciate miracles and over me. That's a sense to me. Much more softly must she comes up in the next sentence. But we have to consider everything that's involved here, and what is all that we have access to, which we can use to solve this problem. Of that, I believe, and brought a lot more along with me than you currently have access to. For example, I brought the sun. He set a firm job of my tooth towards me, which had the golden horseshoe, proceeding about 2 inches above around the hoof. You are the legitimate ruler of the station, though. But then the magistrate of the nation realizes that or not. As such, you can get ordinary permission to participate in this mission. To the end, I beg you, therefore, please give me my permission to have. Let me have you. If you do, we can both work together and solve and about disguises for most of our beloved nations. The special would want you to say no if you want a man of the steel, currently as the doctor's manipulative argument. That's probably the point of hypnotizing you, erasing most of your history, and trying to establish a new identity in space. So I encourage you to be the opposite of your previous role. Maybe, in the end, I don't further self-justify is the right to rule.
Is that just water? Okay.
You will never know if it's just water or just water.
Mm.
But it is just water.
The first half of that sentence proves that it's the doctor still talking.
On the other hand, the last thing he would want you to do is lie and resources which we can oppose him. I, too, understand and respect your concern for the princess. Since I partially share them, but I am the doctor. And this world is under my protection. And then they hear under the ground, Doctor, Doctor, exterminate! I mean, who knows how many lives are hidden, being inactivated. And then overthrowing and hostile alien force come into play, so I must have them as well. Finish it up and tell us next time. I think you'll know to say. Now, I can do this with or without you. But for obvious reasons, I would prefer to have your support. Besides, if we all work together, we can increase our chances of success. And I have a plan. You always do, Doctor. You always do. Of course you do, Doctor. There's a in the sign. Almost 9, and the music expression of the Doctor beside her. She's acting as if this situation reminds her of another encounter. She has had with him in the past. And he amuses her for some reason. The cold word is her past, which might mean the
Yes,
future for the Doctor.
correct. It probably is in this case.
I say, well, considering the limited resources I personally have access to right now, and considering the threat, national security in place, I don't blame you for what is really involved. Right now, I am forced to concede to your point. As such, I pause for a moment and I bow to them, then plead. Please, I beg of you, begging you both, help me. None, Doctor again instantly. I will gently extend my support. Doctor expected as she beamed at me proudly. He beams at me and scares me. I am following my nature.
Set your Celestias to stun.
Princess! Announced a royal Captain God, who rushes into the room. I salute his princess. I have urgent news for you, Your Majesty. Speak, says the military guard. I already am. A large pursuit of royal guards for the city on their way here. He reported alarm. They can see is leading the team as they speak. What? How? I came questioningly. Yeah. How, Mr. Rector? God, I thought you'd never fail to find me. For what? I don't think it has to do with you, Doctor argued. There may be another agent in play in this situation. An old colonial mind, I suspect, needing the location of the princess. He looked at her. In this case, I think he is the entire here.
Now loading.
Yeah, I'm thinking this. I don't know if this is the master who agreed come with the doctor. It might be earlier version of the doctor, the master. As well, when they are really pyramid.
Possibly, but unlikely. The Doctor's not always been very honest, and that goes the Master too.
Oh, but it also can mean that, yeah, I know the plan. I just want to spice them a bit.
Oh yeah. In fact, what's maybe happening now was maybe part of his plan, because the Doctor could have told the Master the position of the princess so that he shares that information with the Sultan. I'm sorry, the Vizier gets his trust because of that, and then the Vizier sends his guards plus Grimwald at this position, which for some reason maybe the Doctor wants.
Yeah? Then come then. We just have to come inside. Yeah, put me here to ask me to pay. And I wanted to go there anyway. It would be a positive for us if you are there too. The stars. What's scary about the sun is still up. I don't think the video will make any major moves against you, your highness. Until he can do so, then elevating you in his corner. He looks at me. In the meantime, I want to accompany us as well. Disguise yourself as one of the royal guards. With that, he will be able to lead you right to the front door of the place as well. Once you are inside, I have a mission for you. So right now, this proof is the Sultan who is disguised as a secret who is disguised as a royal guard.
Yeah.
Perfect disguise. Okay, now you have a plan of going to the palace. That's all you know. What might be the plan? I mean, the easiest way to deal with the media is gonna be to open up the skylight, which I don't think the palace has.
Well, it was kind of mentioned in this last paragraph. Move to him quickly before the sun sets.
Why don't you just teleport? Or just use the timetable? It'll be
Well,
too easy.
teleport the entire army over to the palace too. I mean, it may be diplomatically rude too. The royal guards from this nation is coming after her, and Celestia has just no problem with them escorting her to the place she wants to go anyway.
Yeah, Frodo,
It's okay.
we can't use the hours to take you to Mordor.
It's okay if information's public. What they're hiding here is the fact that Nanpor's going too.
Yeah?
And the reason he's going is the Doctor has a mission for him there, which is not
I
specified
mean,
in this chapter.
he himself has a mission as well.
Yep.
That he kind of remembers something. Not everything, but some things. I mean, if I had that ability that Lompo has, I wouldn't trust my own memories. I wouldn't be known that it is my memory or it is something that I saw in someone else's memory.
We could just stab a wild guess here. What do you think the Doctor's plans are for Nanpor specifically in sneaking him to the royal palace?
I mean, he will have to go get his throne back.
Oh yeah, that's definitely one thing. At some point, he's got to get publicly announced that he's not dead. But the guards that are coming right now might be a threat to him because they're more under orders from the vizier. Once he gets to the palace, though, that might change because there could be some guards that the vizier didn't fire yet. That was under Nanpor's regime.
Yeah, nah, a lot of problems. And he has to get there. Really fast.
Yep. Anything else you can think of? Why sneaking Nanpor to the palace?
I mean, obviously meeting with the princess is one of them.
That could be good. Because they could easily get her into their corner unless the vizier had manipulated her. But strangely, that seems unlikely because of his own standards.
Also, because he has a broken heart, I can't believe that he was actually fearing of him. The vizier of Lampor.
The fact that he can absorb memories of objects or rooms or people he touches might have a layer to the plan. Because the doctor knows about that.
I mean, there is one vital information that they need to know. Where is the space?
Oh, yeah, that could be important. Because that ship can be a pretty powerful weapon despite the fact it's a tiny little ship.
Yeah, if you think away at least one of the problems, which is either the vizier or the spaceship,
Even
you
without its
have
gravity.
half victory.
Yeah, it was said about be like the size of a golf ball or something like that. That can exert so much gravitational control it can create a black hole. But setting that aside, imagine if it was to fly just very fast right through a wall and any pony that's in the way. It could make a powerful projectile in its own right.
Yeah?
So the
Or it could be
vizier
a
is
time bomb
even
as well.
yeah, the vizier is even greater threat if they don't secure that ship first.
Either way, they have to go there real fast.
Yes, they do. So that's what you're thinking, insofar as what the Doctor's plan is sneaking him to the palace in order to get Princess Arielza's cooperation and maybe get the ship.
I mean, I know the doctor, how he's thinking. They get into the fight, and then Lampro asks, okay, now what? I don't know. My plan was to get into the palace, and we will see.
Sometimes it's true, but usually the Doctor thinks several steps ahead. Here's something else the Doctor would be aware of. At this point, Swifthoof is a well-trained thief. He can be sneaky.
I mean, he could be the one to steal the ship.
Yeah.
Even better than I if one of the guards disappeared in the middle of the dark.
Well, we'll find out more on the next Bat channel. You gonna close the video?
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be in 2 days. And
Okay.
today is there's not gonna be other losses. Probably tomorrow, but I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you everyone for being here, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Maybe next time I will not be this tired.
Oh wow. 2 days from now
Yeah.
is actually literally exactly the last day of September.
Ah. On the last day
We
of playing this.